Look, someone needs help customizing and saving with Liberty Mutual. Surf's Up in Event 14 of the 2019 Olympics. Hello, everybody. I'm Greg Watson. Marbles in a very tall gate ready to hang 10. That's them. The 11-point lead for the Green Ducks came down after the last event, but they still hold on the top spot of the Olympic standings. In this particular head-to-head surfing contest, each marble heads down on the board. They have to get as far out of the water as they can. They'll then drop to the bottom and snake their way past the finish line underwater. Their scores being based off of surfing distance and the time that it takes them to get across. If they get across in under 30 seconds, they get a bonus added on. The bonus is 30 seconds minus your time. But the farther and quicker, in this case, Tangerine and Eurasian 21 on the surf distance to 13. That makes all the difference when their time very close. Also, over their shoulders, we see the Oceanics fan come back to the coach. Green Ducks and the Pinkies, down they come, underwater. The Pinkies looking the lead for now, but watch the Green Ducks on the near side slipping very close. The Green Ducks will come across first, but it's all going to come down to surf distance between them. They're only a length or so apart. 28 to 23. And that means that the Pinkies win between the two of them and win a first. Each marble getting an attempt on each of the lanes. Their better attempt is what's used to score. Indigo Stars and the Savage Speeders. The Indigo Stars had a much better surf distance. They're also going to have a pretty good time on the finish. Several lengths clear of the Savage Speeders. What's that work out to? And the bonus. Ooh, it was a better surf distance than I thought. 22 to 20. Bingo does beat the captain of the Savage Speeders. But it's only good enough visually for fifth. Red Eye, captain for Racing Cat's Eye, and Chocolate the Chocolatiers. Chocolatiers held on a little bit farther. And can they win the underwater race part? Yes, they will. Length is clear. The Racing Cat's Eyes. 27 on the surf distance to just 11. Ooh, that's a big difference. And 8, respectively, for now.
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual. Today's 96.
Liberty Mutual.
Hi.
We'll jump to Midnight Whistles. Skip seemed to ride that one out a little bit farther. Several lengths clear. Boston was bumping up against the wall, and that is doing no favors for speed. 22 to 18 on the surf distance. 9/10 clear on the run down to the finish line. That is the win head-to-head against the Twin Towers. That is only good enough visually for sixth. In 6 of 8, Yelly and Pulsar. Looks to be a good ride for Mellow Yellow. Yelly well out in front. So I'm trying to make a little bit of ground up, but unless somehow that surf distance was better than Mellow Yellow, I think they'll be able to capture this easily. They stacked up in the overall. That's first. 29 on the surf distance and a 9.89 for time. 49.11 the mark to beat. There you see Lagoon, the interim coach of the Oceanics, who will take them the rest of the way, of course, firing their coach after a dead last finish for the Heats in the last event. Oceanics salvaged their year and start to turn the tide.
Hey, it's 10 o'clock. It's time to start the show. I gotta pause these marbles. Alright, the marbles are paused. Wait, no, they're not paused. Hold on a second. The marbles are still rolling. Okay, we're good now. The marbles are paused. Boom. We're ready to do a show. That's all I gotta say. I got my drink ready. You're there. Well, one person's there. Two people's there. Hey, great. I got two people there. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Love it. Yeah. Just so you know, I'm Conrad. I'm a cellar dweller, and we do this every Friday. Yeah. Okay. There you go. There's our introduction. That's all I'm doing for an intro. Yeah. Typically, we would be doing this at a theater, but because of the COVID-19, I'm doing stuff from home. So hopefully I'm gonna be keeping people happy. And I don't know if you see my shirt, but I've been nowhere. I've done nothing. Yeah, nothing but sit around my house and I wasn't completely sit around my house. Getting some things done. Today, as a matter of fact, one of my projects that I completed. Uh, shouldn't say completed. It's not done yet. I'm sorry. But one of the things I've been doing, um, I've been trying to make a new cat tree for the cat because we bought ones from Aldi, which it's a great store. Highly recommend you shopping there and buying your food there because it's a great place to shop. Very cheap, very inexpensive stuff. But the ones we got there are basically cat trees built for kittens. Um, and our cat grew out of those in like 2 days. Uh, so yeah, so I like the first thing I did was I attached one on top of the other to make it like double high. Um, then second thing I had to do was take the old scratcher, whatever that Cecil rope off, and I had to put new Cecil rope on it. Well, now it's completely shredded, and the fact that I had too many friends sitting on the top of it, and they pretty much destroyed it. So I said, okay, we're gonna make a new one. It's gonna have a seat on it. It's gonna be awesome. Well, today I got a good chunk done. I got the Cecil rope around the post done. Um, the cat climbed it like a tree. I have to get video of it now because it was amazing. Just like we put a treat at the very top of it, and it took her a while, but like she finally like just grabbed it. I'm like, are you kidding me? She just climbed that thing like like right up it. So yeah, it was pretty amazing. So I'm gonna be upset once I put in the platform because then she's not gonna be able to like get to the top of it anymore. So I might consider, I am considering um, cutting down the platform maybe so that she can like get through it, but I don't know. It's not the plan. That's all I'm saying. So I don't know what we're gonna be doing. So anyway, as I was saying, Norma, what's going on? I hope you guys are having a great night. It's 10 o'clock. It's a Friday night. I don't know if you got a drink, but I got a drink. It's a plain martini, dirty martini. Um, Nothing fancy like that. A couple weeks ago, I did do the spicy pickle martini, but this week I just went with a regular martini. And one thing that we definitely learned with martinis is you can't lean back in a chair and drink them because they go all over you and it just makes a mess. Mm-mm-mm. Lovely. Speaking of martinis, because I'm bringing this up. I what movie we're watching with sure I can't think of her name right now. The girl that sings in the singing movie. Crap, I can't think of her name. But anyway, she's doing this movie and she's teaching her this new friend like, oh, we like to drink martini, blah 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 blah. But she takes the martini and she holds it. I don't even want to do it because it's stupid. But she puts her hand underneath it. So instead of holding the stem and keeping the ice inside cool, like I said, ice, it's liquid. Instead of keeping the liquid cool, she's like putting her hand underneath it and warming it up. And both me and the wife are yelling at the TV, going, "You're heating up your martini! What is wrong with you?" And like I think I even made a comment on Facebook onto their page for the movie. I'm like, why are you so dumb? You can't do that. So anyway, in case you need to know, the stem is there to keep this cold because the only thing a martini is alcohol and cold. That's it. a little bit of water because you shake it with ice. You know, well, I shake it with ice. Some people do the stirred, um, which fun fact. The reason why 007 takes his martini shaken is so that more water gets put into the vodka or gin to make it less alcoholic, so he can be more, you know, secret agenty. I don't know. He doesn't lose his cool, if you will. So that's your fun fact of the day. Congratulations! All right. So anyway, I don't know if you've been watching the Marble Olympics, what is it? Jelly's Jelly's Marble Race. Yeah, they just got a huge sponsor from last week tonight, and they really have been upping their game. So yeah, look, there's going to be more. I'll be tweeting about them or Facebooking about them a lot in the coming months, I'm sure, because you can't go and see sports game, which quite honestly I don't care about the sports games because um, I just don't. Yeah, when the Steelers are playing, that's cool and everything. I'm like, okay, that's a hometown, but for the rest of them, I don't care, you know. I've never been the guy that sits around going like, well, you know, in 1972, there was the World Series was run by the. I'm like, I don't care. You know, I never cared. So that's how that goes. All right. So what are we talking about tonight? Who's out there? Anybody out there? It's just me. It's just me talking to myself again. It's okay. It's cool. I can handle it. Anyway. I had a list of things I wanted to talk about, and I completely forgot it all. It happens, you know. What's going on? But yeah, let's get to the first things that I wanted to talk about. I guess I was going to be getting some painting done on the house today. Um, I don't know if because I didn't get back to the painters in time or something got messed up. Like maybe they had a bigger job. But yeah, I thought they're gonna come to the house today to. They said it was gonna be like a day, probably like half a day or a day and a half. You know, like between depending on what they have to be doing. Um, and they didn't come today, so they're supposed to be picking up the paint yesterday. Um, I mean, you know, I'm not prepaid or anything, so I'm not worried about it. And they're I know them. I guess they're friends of friends. Yeah. So it's not like I have to like chase them down or anything. But I was a little upset that they didn't show up today. So needless to say, that's what happens. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! So, and if you've been listening to the news lately, but I've decided that okay, let's start from the beginning. Today I'm pretty excited because today I actually got a thank you on my Facebook comments today because I don't know, maybe I like to instigate, maybe you know what, I think I'm just tired of people um, putting bullshit on the Facebook, and I know it's Facebook, you can call it the Facebook, whatever. People putting BS on Facebook. So this girl, which I don't know if I've ever met her personally. Um, maybe I did. Maybe I graduated with her. I don't know. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't know the person that well. But she posted this meme with like 6 or 7 cops. They're like standing in line. And it's like, well, if you stop breaking the law, I'm like, you know what? Because obviously it's because of the Black Lives Matter and stuff. Um, But I'm like, you know what? It's not because they're breaking the law. So I posted, hey, you know, I would inform you of the ones who aren't breaking the law, but I'm sure you wouldn't, care about that or read about them. So one of her friends goes like, well, fill me in then, because maybe it wasn't being snotty, maybe it was going, well, fill me in. I don't know. So I came up with first 3 off of my top of my head without doing any searching. I mentioned, who did I mention? Oh shit, I can't even think of who they are now. But I mentioned Philandro Castile, um, Tamira Rice, and I can't think of the guy's name because he's not as famous. But Crawford the Third, I think it was John Crawford the Third. Um, None of them did anything illegal, and yet they're dead. Um, I'll start with the last one and work my way up. John Crawford. He was buying a BB gun. I don't know if it was for himself or for his son at Walmart. Um, Walking through the aisles, like, oh, okay, I'm gonna buy this BB gun. Actually, maybe it was even returning one. But either way, he had a BB gun. Um, Walking through the house, so some lady saw this and was like, "Oh no, a black man with a gun," and got all scared and stuff. Called the cops. The cops came in, saw him, and before they even said, "Hey, put down a weapon," or "Hey, who are you?" they said, "Oh, there's a black guy with a gun. Let's shoot him." Okay, because he did nothing wrong. Okay, whether or not he was selling crack on the corner or something elsewhere, that's irregardless. Okay, um, they could have done their due diligence as a cops and found out why this guy had a gun before killing him. All right, Tamara Rice, the 12-year-old that within 12 seconds, which I mentioned to the person. You can legally open carry in this state. So it's not like he had a gun and that's illegal, because it wasn't. He legally can be holding a gun. Granted, at 12 years old you can't be holding a gun, but the cops assumed he was an older person. Um, Again, they pulled up, didn't ask him to put down the gun, didn't ask him what his name was, just like, oh, there's a kid with a gun. Boom. He did nothing wrong. Philandro Castile did what he was supposed to do. He was a teacher. Did what he was supposed to do. The cop pulled him over. Yeah, he was speeding. That's not a capital offense. That's not a reason to be shot and killed. But they pulled over. He mentioned to the cop, "Hey, I am an armed citizen. I have a legal right to carry." The cop freaked out because he was a black man. When he went to go get to his identification or some kind of source of papers, the cop got scared. Boom, shot him. Again, he did nothing wrong. But to complete my story, the guy I mentioned these to the person. He said thank you. So hopefully that's something that he will think about the next time his friend posts something stupid like that. And he can go, hey, you know what? There's people out there that are getting shot that are innocent, that aren't doing anything illegal. Okay, can we stop that? You know, and I've no problem with someone. Okay, he's attacking the cop. Hey, you know what? Shoot him. That's fine. I'm not going to be defending someone doing that. Okay, that's or going against a cop because he's being attacked. That's fine. And I see people talk about, oh, this is what the Democrats want. Yeah. I know we're not supposed to get political here. I apologize. Let me scratch the part about the Democrats because that doesn't matter. That's political. But the other stuff is life and is life, not political. There's a difference. Just like masks. Masks are not political. They are, I guess, intelligent and not intelligence, or science and not science. Yeah, that's what masks are. So, yeah, and at this point, I don't want to bother correcting people anymore. If you don't want to wear a mask, if you want to have a cough and go to your family function and spread corona to 18 of your relatives because you're a moron and need to go to a kid's birthday party, because grandma would be there, and none of you are going to social distance and none of you are going to wear a mask. I don't care. I hope it stays with you. I honestly, my opinion is, if you're not going to wear a mask, then I think you need to be carrying a piece of paper that says, I don't want to wear a mask. Please don't hook me up to a ventilator. Okay, that's what you should be doing. Okay, that's my opinion. Yeah. So, I don't know. And if you tuned in early, yeah, my latest thing, because I'm getting tired of my cousin. I stopped following him on Facebook because it got to the point where he was posting stuff that just irritated me every single day. So I said, you know what? I'll still be your friend. I just not gonna follow you. I'm not gonna see your posts anymore. Well, his wife has been posting stuff, but hers kind of goes in between, like posting stuff about horses, and posting about just things that I just don't care about. Okay, so today she posted she and I was like, who the fuck cares? Okay. She posted a story from, I think it was like 2013. It might even be longer than that. But about it was about a cop who got attacked by three black guys. I'm like, you know what? It happens, okay? I'm sorry for the cop, but you know what? I don't need it reposted again right now. Now is not the time to repost it. The day it happens, go ahead and repost it. Okay, that's awesome. Post it within a day. That's cool. People know about it. They'll feel bad about it. Like, oh no, that's horrible. But 3 years afterwards, don't bother. Okay, because if you're posting it 3 years afterwards, what you're saying is uh, you're trying to get people upset because, or you're trying to say, oh well, it's black people that are causing this, But of course, she's not racist. She's not. No, she's not. Um, yeah. So anyway, I decided today that every time she posts something about a police officer, um, being shot by an African American, I'm gonna find something about a black man being shot by a police officer and posted to her wall. So I'm just gonna fight fire with fire. I'm like, she's anti-abortion, which, or how do they say it now? Anti-choice is the new word now. She is anti-choice. So I figure this is a Elijah McClain, who was just and actually, although that actually was last year, but something new in the case came up. I believe maybe someone's charging. I don't know, but it's trending on Twitter, so there's a reason for it. Yeah, so I posted that onto her feed today. So we'll see how that happens. I do see I have one thing on my Facebook that opened up. I don't think that's from her. It's probably from someone else, but we'll see. 1 second. I think I'm going to turn my fan because it's hot in this room. I had to shut the door. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's warm in here. I feel bad. The wife has to go to work again tomorrow. Um, but I guess while she's working, I'll be hopefully I'll be able to complete the cat's tree, and she can come home and see it and be all like, oh, that's really cool. I originally was going to be gluing the carpet down with uh, not tacky cement, contact cement. Um, but after doing the base of it and just it was such a pain, like spreading it out, and then putting it on the carpet itself. It just didn't seem to be working out very well. So, if anything, maybe I'll do some more, but I don't know if I will or not. But I'll definitely just wrap it, staple it. Yeah, so it'll be pretty cool. I think I'm pretty excited to see how the cat likes it because so far she just had the post that goes straight up. She hasn't been able to sit on the levels yet. So I'll wrap the frame, and then get the at least the levels in, and then we'll decide what we're going to be covering the levels with. I have two that will be padded and covered. The top one, I don't know what I'll be covering it with. I don't think I'm going to put any padding onto it. Um, I think it's just going to be covered with the carpeting or with material. I don't know yet, but it will be covered. It will be covered. So in preparation for the painting going on, I cleared out a bunch of garbage from the back of the house. Um, I even went. I need to get rid of a lot of vines back there. Yeah, uh, vines are horrible. Okay, so yeah, if you have vines in your house or near your house, um, kill them. Kill them with fire. Okay. Currently, right now, I have a bunch that I like huge root balls that I pulled out. I'm gonna let them sit in the sun for a day or two, let them dry out. Then I'm gonna put them into the fire pit and burn them. Um, Honestly, I don't even want to bother throwing them over the hill because I did that before, and I think they're growing their way back up again. So yeah, I learned my lesson. Don't bother just throwing them over the hill. Kill them. Um, yeah, and like I did, it was real bad in the back a while ago, and I didn't burn them, but I did. I poisoned them. I ripped them out, and I did make a huge dent on it. But I got to keep up on it like every year, apparently, because if I let it go a year, it gets to a point where I'm gonna have to be out there all day pulling these things out. So yeah. Oh, there's the bad part. Well, I was back there cleaning stuff up. I noticed a rub mark up at the roof line. Um, yeah, what that means is I have an animal, most likely a raccoon or hopefully something that's smelling, um, that found its way into because there's a piece of trim that came down. Um, yeah, so something is crawling into the roof line. Um, yeah, I got to do something about that soon, basically before winter hits, because if that's where it was hiding out during the winter, it's gonna come back. So yeah, I gotta close that up real quick. Yeah, because I I'm up there, I see like you see like a nice flat board, and you see like bloop, little dip. I'm like, oh no, something, because obviously something's chewing on it or rubbing on it or something is getting into there. So yeah, I need to close that up real quick. That kind of worries me. And the worst part is I have to get onto the porch roof and then from there up to the higher roof. So it's a little scary. I don't want to be there. Um, Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. I did. Oh, last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago, whatever. I fixed the cable, cable, as if I have cable coming into the house. I fixed the antenna line. Um, I was really, really hoping I had Cat 6, oh my God, RG6 coming into the house. But when I was working the the Walmart up in Chippewa, I helped build that place, and we ran a bunch of cable lines. Um, so I brought some cable line home. Well, it's for the cameras, and it is RJ56. 56. It's the older cables, the thinner one. Um, and of course, I bought a new compression tool that would work on RG6. Doesn't actually fit this one, so I was like, oh crap! I'm like, oh, I wanted to fix this thing so bad. Um, but I was like, all right, well, I now have the spinner, the stripper part. I'm like, all right, well, at least let me repair it by restripping it and like put a new end on. So it's the same end, but this time I was able to strip it, make it a little bit cleaner, and I put the end, and miraculously it improved the picture quality coming in. So I was like, all right, I'm happy with that. I changed the two at the bottom. I really wanted to get all the way to the top and change the one at the antenna itself, but it was just too high. I don't know how I did it in the first place. Quite honestly, I have no idea. Um, Bill was just a little bit too high to get to, um, and like I had a neighbor came by. He was like dropping something off in one of the garages. Um, he was like, "Hey, you want some help there?" I'm like, normally I don't want help because I'm like I feel weird asking someone for help or anything. But he offered. I was like, yeah, I can use some help. And I wanted to let him know, you know, it's not that I'm afraid of ladders or anything. He's like, yeah, I did fall like like I don't know how many years ago it was, 10 years ago or something. Um, no, 2013, 2000, yeah, 2013. So it's like, yeah, so I am a little skittish about climbing ladders still. Um, but yeah, he helped me, pull the ladder down, set it back up again. So I felt a little bit better, but it was just weird. It was like, oh yeah, okay, come on, give me a hand, please, thank you. So yeah, that's all that went. Oh, it's only 10:30. Crap, I haven't done anything fun yet. Ooh. All right, well, it happens. So Tuesdays, if you want to have a little bit of fun and you don't want to stay up till 10 o'clock at night, I recommend you following Entertainment, Entertainment, or Shanement Entertainment. No, wait. Shane Entertainment. Entertainment, I believe, is the name of the company he's doing. Um, there is a guy on Facebook who's been doing a trivia. I don't know how many weeks he's been doing it, but for quite some time that I've been, at least 4 weeks that I've been watching. But he does a show at 7:30 on Tuesday nights, and he basically it's 4 rounds, 8 questions each, um, and each we have such a great time because you post onto the Facebook live feed and he comments back on the what you're saying to him and you're commenting with the other players, and it's not like the other one I've been playing, where they accuse you of cheating if you're intelligent. That bothers me. We did have, well, actually we don't. We did have someone that was checking our answers after they were submitted, um, but like I said, they were after they were submitted. Um, yeah, so that's how it went. Yeah, it was a Shoe Brew eatery restaurant. What do they call it? Shoe Brew, but that's all I know it as. It's a restaurant in Zelienople, but they've been also doing a trivia night on Wednesdays at 7, and it lasts for like 2 hours. But quite honestly, we're getting a little tired of them. They they just don't seem to have. It's the two of them, and I understand they're trying to come up with questions that can't be Googled so that people don't cheat or anything because they are actually giving away prizes as in an actual gift certificate and such like that. Uh, it's just it bothers the heck out of me that they're on their feed when they post their questions. Um, well, I guess I can't. You can't see a mouse on this, but it's the questions are like cut off at the very bottom of the screen. So you're like reading the question at this level, and then like the very bottom of the question is cut off, and it's like, guys, they do not see that you're cutting off part of your question, and then they seem to run through quickly at times, or slow down. It's they just don't seem to have. Um, how do I say it? They're just getting annoying. How about that? What's it say that? Like me, I'm very annoying. So yeah, yeah. So they're just bugging. And then of course the other players are accusing us of cheating because we actually know our shit, um, which is kind of and that's the other thing. Um, I guess to prevent Googling, they come up with I don't know. They've been coming up with like these questions that are completely wrong. Like we gotta double check them. Like, well, it wasn't even our question. It was the tiebreaker question. We're like, is that right? I don't think that's right. So we Google it to double check them, and we're like, that's not actually the right answer. Like, where, like, I don't know where they're googling your stuff at, because it's like it's not the right answer. So. Oh yeah, it's 626. So we're supposed to be talking about Lilo and Stitch, the Experiment 626. So I guess it's Stitch Day, I guess, which is cool. Yeah, I don't know if you ever seen the movie Lilo and Stitch. It's a great movie. It's funny. It's awesome. I really enjoyed it. Um, but yeah, I recommend you watching Lilo and Stitch. It's a really good. I can't remember anything. The other thing I do remember is that Stitch has 6 arms, and he's Experiment 626, which is why it's Stitch Day. So cool, right? Uh, we also want to talk about marriage equality. Today in 2008, in my calendar. 2014. Yeah, no, I wish it was 2008. 2014 is the day that same-sex marriage was legalized in all of America, which is cool. My story, personal story about that, was they had the Pride Parade on that day. Well, maybe not. Anyway, it was right after they had the announcement for marriage equality. They had the Pride Parade in Pittsburgh. Um, excuse me. I wish I can edit that out, but I can't. But yeah, they had the Pride Parade, and the mayor of Pittsburgh, I believe it was Dudo at the time. Um, I think he married like 3 or 4 different couples on the courthouse steps. So that was pretty cool. I got to witness, a couple different marriages in front of me. I was like, that's pretty cool, Yeah, and watching oh, who's that guy from the Daily Show? Jordan Kempler. Um, and he'll be. It's funny because he'll talk to people about marriage equality, and especially this one lady. Well, especially the one lady, because I know they edit these things so that oh, it's only the dumbest ones or get to the video, but oh well, okay, the dumbest ones are still people, and they still said this. Okay, they did the same thing with that. I used to watch him a lot. Dice. It's not Andrew Dice Clay, but the other Dice guy on YouTube. Yeah, he used to go out. I thought he was pretty cool at first, and there I was like, you know what? I think he's really just taking the dumbest piece. So he walks along the boardwalk. Wouldn't it be great to be that as your YouTube job? You just walk through the boardwalk and ask people questions about America, and like, oh, these are dumbasses. I'm gonna put them on my YouTube page. Dur, 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 dur. Yeah, I know. Um, I honestly, every time I see these questions, I'm like, why can't they ask me this question? Why can't they ask like a? I feel it's a normal person would know these answers. But I feel that they go, okay, who's the drunkest or who's like the highest on drugs? Let's ask them questions about about the founding fathers. Let's ask them, and but anyway, take it from my story because I keep going off on tangents, crazy tangents. Um, yeah, so he has this lady. He's like, yeah. So about marriage equality, like, well, they want to get married. Oh, so like, it was like, I should just play the clips. What I should do, but I don't feel like finding it right now. But he's like, oh, you mean equal? He's like, yeah, equal. He's like, oh, so it's like, oh, she'll say, they want different rights. It's like, oh, you mean equal rights? It's like, yeah, equal rights. and that's all they're asking for is equal rights. Okay, I don't know why people think they want to have special rights. They don't. Okay, they just want to have equal rights. Okay, man and woman, you can get married and divorced. Man and man, woman and woman, they want to get married and divorced. That's it. It's same equal. I don't know why people are so bent out of shape about it. There's better things to be bent out of shape about. There's other things that you can, you should cry about and try to get changed. But that's one of the ones that, you know what, nobody cares. Okay, no, there's no need to change like the yeah. There's no need to fix it after it's now that it's equal. There's no need to fix it and cry about it and all this stuff. So and especially you know, I support your religion. I think, you know, whatever you want to be as you want to believe is great. As long as you're not touching little kids, you're not sacrificing other humans. Um, I understand, they don't really sacrifice animals anymore. I mean, they do kill animals to eat them. I think sacrificing an animal just to watch it bleed and not eat it, I don't think that's right. I don't know. Some people do that. I don't think they do that anymore. Do they? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, but if your religion is harming someone else, you gotta get another religion. Yeah. Which yeah, I read a couple days ago um, the the phrase "man should not lie with another man" um, may have actually been translated wrong. In German, um, it it kind of translated to "man should not lay down with small boy." Um, yeah, I swear to God, I don't know where I read that or someone was talking about that. Um, and I, I'm not saying it's true or anything because I'm not gonna do I don't really have the ability to do the research. Um, but yeah, maybe at some point in time I'll check up on it. I'll look. Oh, they're right. Um, yeah, which makes more sense actually because they did have gays back in the biblical times, um, and it would make sense to like, why would you? Although apparently the Bible had no problem with slavery or anything like that, which I thought was weird. You think that'd be like rule number two, like hey, you can't own another human being. You know, if I make my religion, that's what it's going to be, and I think that's actually in the Satanic Bible. That actually says that. Um, I mean, it may even said that you can't even, which is really funny. Um, the laws or the Ten Commandments for the Satanic Bible. Um, I know there's like so many people. Oh God! Um, if you actually read, I know reading, it's crazy. If you actually read what they are all about, um, nothing is any. It's like it's not bad stuff. Um, according to the Bible, it was Satan who gave intelligence to mankind. I mean, right? Because if we didn't get our intelligence, we would still be in the Garden of Eden. Um, but we also would still just be in the Garden of Eden. There would just be, I guess it would be a perfect utopia, which, yeah. But we would be dumb animals that wouldn't know that we were naked or anything. Right? So yeah, the Satanic Bible, it's But at the same time, if you don't believe in um, the Bible, then you also shouldn't believe in the Satanic Bible because it's one or the other. It's one and the other. Yeah, yeah. You have to have one to have the other. So, I'm atheist, by the way. Although I do consider myself pagan, have like on most occasions, um, but a lot of a lot of times I honestly I actually prefer to just say yeah I'm atheist because I don't want to get into the discussion that I'm a pagan with people because people freak out and they go crazy about it, like oh you're pagan you're like shut the fuck up, just open a book and learn something about another religion, okay? It's not that hard, you know. Even like there's the stories of the people that or the woman that was all pissed off because her child was going to not practice them but learn about the seven pillars, or is it the five pillars? Anyway, the pillars of Islam. They weren't forcing the kid to practice them or forcing the kid to kneel and pray 3 times a day. They was just learning about it. Like, hey, and uh, keeping, for all things, she was going to be learning about all of the religions, I believe. I'm assuming it wasn't some kind of, maybe it was a Muslim teacher that was just going to teach her the like, oh, I just want to let you know about my thing. Learning about something else has never hurt anyone. I've never heard someone go, "Oh, well, I learned about how a car works, so now everything is worse for me." Like, no, that's not how it works, buddy. That's not how it works. Oh yeah, and I am out of martini. This is horrible. All right, well, I'm gonna eat this olive real quick. Hold on a second. Sunday is 6/28, which is also Tau Day, which many mathematicians say is actually even better than Pi Day, um, even though Pi is cooler because you can actually buy a pie and celebrate it. Tau is actually better than Pi because 628, mainly because you use Tau more than you use Pi. Um, Example? Sure, why not? When you go to solve for a triangle, it's um, 2 pi r squared. Okay, so 2 pi is actually tau. So you can say tau r squared. So it's simpler and easier to work with. Um, and that's the only example I can come up with right now because I didn't study up on these ahead of time. Oh well, it happens. You can't prove me wrong because I've already read about this on other things that tau is actually used more often than pi is. So because a lot of times it's 2 pi. So that's cool, right? I think it's pretty cool. And it's also going to be Elon Musk's birthday. Good old Muskie. Um, Yeah, I know. I still would love to own the Cybertruck. Um, I'll be happy with owning any Tesla, vehicle. Um, uh, Unfortunately, I'm not super happy with his the way he's running his companies. A lot of times, forcing the guy, the men, forcing the crews, the workers, to go back to work during the COVID. There was an issue with a strike while back, and he's like, "Oh no, you guys are going to be working, blah blah blah." And that I wasn't super happy with. Um, I did thought it was kind of funny that he called some guy a pedo. Um, that little uncalled for, but they're millionaires. They can do this kind of stuff, you know. I think he wanted to have a build a robot or something that could go into the caves to save these kids. That was back. I forget how long ago it was, but you can Google it. Yeah. All right. So I think that's what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, it was about Tau and Pi Day and or Tau Day, and not Tau Day. That's May 25th. That's a whole different game. That's don't forget your Tau Day. That's a whole different thing. Um, yeah, that that's to celebrate. I want to say Doug Naylor, but that's not right. Wow, I can't. My brain's Swiss cheese anymore. That's what happens. You get old, you turn Swiss cheesy and stuff. So, I recommend. This is my recommendations of the week. Um, yeah. Take a gander at the Marble League. It's a bunch of marbles running around the track. It's the announcers do a great job of getting you pumped up and excited about listening to what's going on with these marbles. Um, if you also like marbles, which I do, you should also follow the Martin with the Marble Machine X. I'll even write down the name because I'll say Wintergarten, but it's it, yeah, it's not spelled the way you think. Yeah, Wintergarten. Yeah, their Martin has been built a. I gotta play the original Marble Machine because it's that amazing, and I think everybody should at least listen to it. Okay, this is yeah. Here it is. The so cool. The let's go to. I don't have one where I can. All right, well, I have to change it where I can play music and also have my face underneath this. I think I'll make up a new layout. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I could do it now, but I don't feel like doing it right now. So yeah. So yeah, but he built the original Marble Machine, which is a player that plays music by just using marbles that are falling down. Um, well, that one I guess got so many views on YouTube that he wanted to build a second one. So the second one is Marble Machine X, and he's been doing so much work into this thing, and like it's been over a year now that he's been working on getting the Marble Machine together to show his new stuff. And um, the one thing I do want to be doing is going to see it on the world tour when it finally goes. So without further ado, I'm going to sign off for the night. But before I end the Twitch stream, I'm going to be playing the Marble Machine from Wintergarten. Um, so enjoy. Um, I would recommend you following his or subscribing to his YouTube page because, like I said, he's been building the MMX, the Marble Machine X. It's an amazing piece of machinery. Um, yeah, the first one is like trial and error kind of stuff. This new one, he's been using CAD drawings and CNC machines and all kinds of everything to make it just so much better. So let me sign off. Make sure you please. I don't know. I want to say I love you, but you know, it makes me sound like the talk show host. But uh, I love my audience. Wash your hands. You know, clean your phones every so often. Wear a mask. Um, and I'll see you next Friday. And enjoy the marble machine. Thank you. Have a great night.
Lovely. Someone needs help customizing and saving with Liberty Mutual.
Okay. Oh, he's so young. thank you and good night. Remember, we do it every Friday.